Ashley from the future here, guys. Before we get into today's video, I need to take a second to add a little something. Now at the end of this video there's a story time, and part of what I forgot to say in the story time is that while I did say the manager was very helpful, when he initially got off the phone with my friend, he did go in and he called her back and he apologized and he said, I see exactly how that looks like a camera, and I'm so sorry that that happened and you were put in that position. And he was very apologetic, took care of it, told us what it really was. But anyways, I forgot to add that part, so I just wanted to jump on here and say that. Anyway, here's the video. Friends, what's up? Welcome back to another video here on Johnson's Ever After. I am Ashley. If you are new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. We are really grateful to have all of you. It is a Friday. We did not film this week. It was kind of a roller coaster week. There was a couple days I was like out with a migraine, and then a couple other days I've just been feeling very overwhelmed lately, like to the point where the thought of reading felt like a hard task for me. So, now we're vlogging the weekend. Anyways, we don't have any particular plans this weekend, but we'll see what we wind up doing. But, we're just having a chill day here. My headphones are broken, so I can't really do my freelance work. And we just haven't got a new pair yet. And then that's kind of it. So we're just kind of being lazy today. Dossie right now is playing with his animals in his barn, and I thought it would be fun because I took this morning to try to choose a new book. I want to see if I can actually stick to a set TBR. Now, if you guys watch whenever I'm picking books, I always wind up with like 5 or something, and then I'm like, well, I'll just read through all these, and then it never actually happens. So I'm challenging myself to do that, and I'm gonna see how many I can read in the weekend and if I can actually stick to what I've picked. So I thought I would show those real quick. So first we have Romantic Comedy by Curtis Sittenfeld. I think this is the one I'm gonna start with. We got this last time we were in Seaside, which was forever ago. But yeah, kind of looking forward to that. And then I have The Islands by Dion Irving, which is a collection of stories. I will talk about these more in depth as I actually read them. And then I have Molokai by, Molokai. I apologize. I don't know how to properly pronounce this. If I'm saying it wrong, please correct me in the comments. By Alan Brenner. And this is a book I tried to read a very long time ago, and at the time it wasn't really suiting me. But I could tell it was a book I really wanted to read, so I've been saving it, and I think the time has finally come to read it. And then I have The Gloaming by Christy Logan, which, look at that cover art. Isn't that pretty? It's so beautiful. And then I have Banana Ball by Jessie Cole. This is based on Banana Ball, which, if you don't know it, is, first of all, if any of you have dirty thoughts, it's not dirty. It is a really cool sport. I enjoy watching the videos. I would love to go to one of their game, well, I guess they call them shows. But they're all on the East Coast and we are on the West Coast. And so maybe some year we'll have to plan a trip to go do that. But it would be so fun. I think they have 3 teams now, which is the Party Animals, the Savannah Bananas, and the Firefighters. So, yeah. And this is Our Women on the Ground, Essays by Arab Women Reporting from the Arab World, which is a collection of stories edited by Zara Hinker, and the foreword is by Christine Omnipour. I know I said that wrong. I'm sorry. But yeah, so I've had that one on my shelf for a really long time and decided it's time to read it. And then the last one is Queens of Animation by Natalia Holt. If you guys don't know, we are a very Disney-obsessed family. I love Disney. I love learning more about Disney, and so that is why I want to read that book, which has also been on my shelf a long time. So if you counted with me, that is 7 books. We're gonna see if I can stick to it, but who knows. Alright, so I did a little bit of reading, and I think romantic comedy is gonna be a good one. But I'm hungry. And I think I'm gonna make myself a BLT with some turkey bacon. By the way that we do turkey bacon, because we found this is a good way to get it crispy, is we cook it in the air fryer. We just do 350, and then we do 5 minutes, flip it, and then do 8 minutes, and we find that it's about perfect. So, that's when I'm gonna get started. Okay, so bacon's finishing up, but I'm gonna get going on the sandwich. I'm just using some white bread, because that's what we have right now. And then, hold a second please, the baby would like me to grab his milk. Okay, so as I was saying, we really like Kewpie mayonnaise. We prefer it over regular mayonnaise. We have a little bit left, so that's what I'm gonna use for this. The only downside of this mayonnaise is this bottle does not cooperate. Come on. It can take a minute. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna finish with the mayonnaise and I'll be back. Alright, mayonnaise is on. Got a little lettuce. This is just the last of a head of lettuce that we had yesterday, so it's about perfect. And some tomatoes. We just have cherry tomatoes right now, so that's what I'm using. Works just as well. The air fryer's done, if you couldn't tell. Alright. it's time to get the bacon. It got really curly in the air fryer, but you know, what bacon doesn't curl up. Alright, we got that there. Gotta unplug the air fryer. Alright. Woo, that's hot. I really love turkey bacon, and guys, in case you guys couldn't tell by the last vlog where I said it about 60 times. Alright, now all we gotta do is cut it. Maybe I'm weird, but does anyone else feel like sandwiches are like infinitely better when they're cut? And cut diagonal. Alright, a little messy, but delicious. I'm gonna go watch Gilmore Girls and eat. Hey friends, so it's much later. I have just been reading. I'm starting to get to the part where the character who I'm going to guess is the male love interest, and her and the main character are kind of starting to interact. There's a little bit of a connection, but there's like, it's literally their first scene really interacting. There's like a brief interaction earlier on, but it's a first conversation. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm almost wondering, like, based on reading this, for some reason in my head I'm thinking maybe this author wrote this book based like off of an opinion of like the whole Kim Kardashian Pete Davidson thing, because it's got like SNL vibes. Like, she works at a place like SNL, and her whole thing is she hates when the talent wind up with the male writers. But it's interesting so far, so I'll update you. Alright, we got peppers, we got zucchini, and onions, which I don't know if I'll use, but I'm glad they're here. It's later. We're gonna have dinner. I'm kind of improving a pasta recipe.
By improv? Totally making it up.
I am totally making it up. So we have half a jar.
One bag?
We have half a jar of that lemon herb ricotta pasta sauce from Costco that we used a couple vlogs ago. And so I was thinking maybe we'll saute up some veggies, put that in it, mix it in with pasta. Our goal is to cut back on the lemony, because that was the only issue with it last time.
Had some of your sandwich.
So, that's what we're getting started now.
Ooh, look at that. Ooh, adding some salt too.
Just figured like some salt and pepper, like some light seasoning. Some garlic, because we really like garlic.
Is that what I'm smelling?
Yeah, I put way too much. But listen, in this household, we measure garlic with our hearts. And
if that's the case, dang, you have a condition. I'm kidding.
First of all, garlic is good for your heart. So. Also,
I thought I smelled garlic, but I thought that was like, oh, that's a minced garlic kind.
You watched me put it in here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna.
I have a tendency of paying attention but not realizing.
Okay, I'm gonna let that sit a few minutes before we add the peppers.
Alright, yep, we got some bell peppers ready to go. Starting to get the pasta water going. Alright, we're going. Look at that.
This is gonna be so good.
Needs more garlic.
I feel like it needs like some cheese. Like maybe we cook some Parmesan into it.
Okay, quarter cup.
Yeah, why not? Hopefully this helps it a little. The butter did not help as much as I thought it would with the lemony taste.
Pass the others. Look at that.
Good looking pasta.
Yeah.
That sauce was okay, but I don't know that I'd ever buy it again. It took a lot of doctoring to make it good.
Yeah.
That's okay, we know for next time.
Yep.
Okay, so it's a little later. Josh went out to DoorDash for a bit. And I'm feeling I have an attitude right now. Not a bad one, just a little bit, tiny bit. So Dossie didn't nap today. So he fell asleep early. Of course, Josh was already out. And of course, the one night Dossie goes to bed at an earlier time, because we always have trouble getting him to go to sleep, Josh is gone. Which sucks because we could have some quality time, which we have not gotten a lot recently. And I know technically I can tell him just to come home, but he's working hard for us and we're trying to build our savings. So I'm gonna sit here and watch Gilmore Girls and read and enjoy a rare moment alone. What am I?
Brought the fire!
Alright, quesadillas by candlelight. It's like having an actual date.
Wait.
Hi, nice to meet you.
I had something. I lost it. Hi.
Is he waking up now?
Yes.
Come on.
Hi. We have
Date night
a
in.
third wheel.
As a special guest. How's that pop? You like pops? Are you too sleepy to talk to me?
I think yes.
Cool beans.
It is the following morning. The sun is rising. The air is quiet. And I am going for Safeway Pickles. I am victorious! Yay! Now it's time to go back home.
Ah! What are you reading over there?
Romantic comedy by Curtis Sittenfeld. I'm realizing two things about when I talked about this book on the blog. One, I'm pretty sure I referred to Curtis Sittenfeld as a man. I should not have done that. Curtis Sittenfeld, I don't know their pronouns. But based on the picture and the description, I'm going to go assume that her pronouns are she. Very good writer. I'm enjoying this so far. Also, I had a theory that this was inspired by the whole Kim Kardashian Pete Davidson thing. I'm about 90% sure when I said that earlier, I said Pete Wentz. Wrong Pete. But it's good so far. I'm on page like 137. So.
Good stuff.
How's your reading?
Good segue.
I'm on the floor.
Well, mine's good. I finished the Percy Jackson.
The new one.
The new one, yep. The Chalice. The Chalice. That's an alligator. The Chalice of the Gods. That was a good one. I mean, the best review that I can give that, like, if you're a Percy Jackson fan and you haven't read that book, you're missing out. It came out, I mean, a little bit ago, and I finally sat down and read it, and I'm glad I did. I've always liked his books anyway. That author. Percy Jackson was my Harry Potter. That is a cow.
Oh.
He's rediscovering every animal in the bin. It's adorable.
We're very big on animals right now.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, and now, with the completion of Percy Jackson, I'm reading the 5th Time Riders book by Alex Scarrow or Scarcrow. I'd have to look at the name. I have to look at the name, I can't remember offhand. I can't remember if it was 2 C's. I think it was 2 C's in the middle.
You have the book sitting over there, why don't you show me?
Yeah, it's sitting right over there. Oh, he's making a line of animals. Animals. Ugh. Yeah. Oh, it's 2 R's. Scarrow. Yep, the 5th one. Gates of Rome. Now, I'm pretty sure I said before that like there's 9 of these total. Before now, I've only ever read the first 4. I reread them, and now I'm getting into unknown territory here. This one's all new to me, and so will the next 4 once I read them. See how this series ends. Yeah. Yeah, quite the reading update, huh? Over 2 minutes long. With a Dossie cameo. No. And now I'm gonna cook something for dinner, which I'll do a clip of. What is that recipe anyway? What was it called?
Lentil smash burger tacos.
Lentil smash burger tacos. We're gonna cook the lentils now, because they gotta pretty much be cooked or pre-cooked.
Yeah, well the recipe calls for canned lentils, but we already had dry lentils, so we're just gonna cook them and do it that way.
Yeah.
They have to cool.
They gotta cool. We'll go cook a couple cups. Lentils.
Okay, so it's later. We're home now. And we... Wow, that's a lot of oil that you put on there.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to make lentil smash burger tacos. Who knows how it's gonna go?
Do any of you know what that is? Neither do we. We're gonna find out. You look terrified. Hi! Doesn't that make me look really tall? Do you want something from the top shelf anyway?
Okay. Can you get a patty out of it?
Yeah. I think it grilling face side down will probably help it keep its shape.
Yeah.
You can get a patty out of it.
Okay.
It's just a matter of waiting for that pan to heat up probably a little more.
Yeah. This is very much a learning process.
It really is.
Josh wants me to tell you to disregard the previous clip. Okay, here goes nothing.
You're not liking it. Yeah.
Not really.
Well, let's make something else then.
I got you! Hey! You're gonna make this. I love you.
Uh-oh.
Well, so it's the following morning. We're gonna make some zucchini bread muffins. And prep some stuff for dinner. Look at what we having for dinner, huh?
Veggie burgers!
Yeah.
We wound up having bean and cheese burritos last night because any other recipe was just gonna take too long and we were hangry. We didn't film anymore. We were so hangry we got into an argument.
Right.
But all is good now. So long as Josh keeps me fed. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding mostly.
Yeah, that's what's going on. I turn on the AC for when I turn on the oven too, or it's gonna get hot.
I mean, it's supposed to be really hot today, so we should probably get it started now anyways.
Yeah. Well, what are you doing to my arm? One way to get him off. Take a look. Cut into some cuteness. Hello.
No.
And here's the muffins. first time making them with the chickpea flour, so they didn't puff up as much as usual, but they look like they turned out pretty good. So, yeah. What's up?
Hi friends, so it is much later. We just kind of chilled today, got caught up on housework. Dossie is asleep right now. He fell asleep early because he had another no nap day, which I'm fine with. Ooh, I popped a zit, ignore that. I look like Rudolph. Josh is door dashing at the moment. I'm just chilling, watching Gilmore Girls. I can't remember if I said that I finished romantic comedy, but I did. Now I'm gonna do a video on that, so you'll get a more in-depth review of that later. However, I do recommend it. And now I'm reading The Islands by Dion Irving, which is a collection of stories. I made it through one story so far, and I'm very much enjoying this author's writing style. And yeah, so this is the second of my 7 books, but we'll continue the 7 books thing in the next vlog. But I wanted to take a minute to get on here. One, first of all, to tell a little story that I hope urges people to be cautious. And 2, I want to thank workers out there who take stuff seriously. And I know that a lot of times, well, let me tell the story and then it'll make sense. So yesterday evening we went out door dashing, or I guess it was the afternoon, not really evening. And Dossie and I rode with Josh just because we needed to get out of the house. And there was a point where he got a rather large Safeway order and we decided to go in and help him, but first we all needed a restroom break. Josh took Dossie in the men's restroom, which I'm really grateful for, and I went in the women's restroom. And I wasn't really looking, I just went and I look up and there was what looked like a hole in the wall and paper towels over it, and I peeked behind there and there was basically it looked like an oversized GoPro, and now the good news is it was not. The bad news is I was really freaked out. So I washed my hands, I got out of there. It was in the Starbucks of the store, so I told the barista. She said she would look at it. I don't know that she got the chance, which I understand. You know, I used to work at Starbucks. I know how busy it can get, and stores were really busy this weekend. So if she didn't get to look, I don't fault her for that. But I did tell her, and then I kind of walked away. I was really feeling uncomfortable. So much so that I initially, I didn't know how to tell Josh. But Josh, knowing me and knowing what my face looks like when I'm uncomfortable, kind of looks at me and he goes, "What's wrong?" And so I told him, I was like, "I'm pretty sure there's a camera in the bathroom." And, you know, we talked about it, and he's like, "Did you tell someone?" And I was like, yes, I told her. And I hadn't wanted to tell him initially because he's working hard, and I don't want to interrupt that. And I was like, in my head, I was in this weird state of and I didn't know what to do, like I told, but it was still bugging me. I was like, okay, do I freak out and go get someone bigger, or, you know, do I just wait and hope she's gonna check it? And, you know, so what had happened was I wound up later on, because I was so in shock. I told my mom about it and she's like, "Did you report?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then later on I told my best friend. By the way, hi Ellie, if you're watching this. She is a lot braver than me, so she's asking me what Safeway we were at, and so she wound up calling because she wanted to make sure that a manager, you know, knew about it. And the manager she talked to said they hadn't heard about it, but it didn't mean that somebody else hadn't, you know, looked. And this manager was very, very nice, went and immediately looked and then called her back. This is the part where I feel stupid. Apparently, somehow the wall had gotten broken and it was something covering a pipe. But to me, it was a black square box. It looked like a GoPro, and it had a little hole in it that looked like where a camera could have been. I mean, I'm grateful that that's not what it was, and I'm grateful that manager immediately went and checked, and was nice enough to tell her, you know, this, and I'm extremely grateful, like, even though it didn't turn out to be anything, that I didn't have Dossie with me. But yeah, so thank you to that manager for being kind and going and checking and taking it seriously, and thank you to Ellie for being way braver than I am, and she's very go-getter. She's much better at stuff like this than I am. I am not proud of it, but I just kind of freeze up and I don't know what to do. But she really like defended me and like had my back, and so I was grateful for that. Because we didn't know what to do. Like, I've never been in a situation like that before, and we were basically leaving by the time I told Josh, so it's not like he could do anything. But I told her, she did that, and I'm really grateful. But yeah, that is my warning to say, please be cautious out there, guys. You don't know what's out there. And yeah, I know this story sounds probably made up and crazy, but I swear it's true. It's like, I don't even know. I feel stupid now, but also I'm kind of glad that like I went through that, because then the next time I'll know how to respond better than I did. I'm really not proud of how I froze up, but yeah, so that was my day yesterday. I really debated whether or not to come on here and say that, because it turned out to be nothing, but I do feel that it's important to talk about stuff like that. So anyways, if you've stayed tuned this long, thank you. I'm gonna end the vlog here. I'm really grateful for any of you guys that watch, and we will see you in the next video. Bye guys.